Good morning, everybody. It's Friday morning. Today I just have kind of a studio day, so I wanted to kind of vlog and again, like show you guys what a typical day looks like here when I have like the whole day here, which is really my favorite when I don't have to like go out for gigs or sessions or whatever else errands. I am having a vanilla cream cold brew and a cookie for breakfast. This isn't like a typical breakfast. I just have a bunch of cookies. My AC is blasting right now. And this week also so what I'm doing today, I made a little like list here. I'm gonna be journaling first, so that's something that I have kind of been neglecting the last little while, but it's so important for me. And like I was just reminded yesterday how important it is to journal to yourself and to write down positive affirmations, to write down like your thoughts and feelings. And it's also very like creative. It gets like a different part of your brain kind of stimulated, and it actually really does actively fight negative thoughts. So I think I knew this at one point, but I forgot, and I've been recently reminded negative thinking is more powerful than positive thinking. So it's kind of like you have to actively like think positively to push out all of that negativity. Otherwise, like it will take over. It just will. So that's like anxiousness, worrying, nervousness, like depression, all of that. So I really want to get back to that because it's just like one other good habit that I should be taking on. Second thing on my list just says wigs. I have like a giant bucket of like hair stuff and wigs, and I feel like I haven't made, I don't remember the last like really cool like wig piece I made. Yeah, I'm having to think too hard. I've done like some cool stuff, but like I have some upcoming projects and I want to do like I want to just like go through my bucket and like get some more creativity and like see what I can do. And I've also been like saving a lot of stuff that I've been seeing online, like different ideas and like pinning stuff. And I want to kind of try some of that stuff out. Again, like working a different creative muscle. I also got these that came in the mail earlier this week. I had like a lot of deliveries this week, which is again like kind of an exciting thing. And it's also when I get new stuff in, I'm like, okay, I want to organize what I have here and kind of do like putting everything in their place, like labeling stuff, and then also like being inspired, like seeing like, okay, this is what I have to work with. This is like the project I have upcoming. So what these are, they are, it's kind of like, I don't know, there's like no label. They look like this. They're like curling buttons. I've never tried these, but I was gonna try them out tonight. Right now my hair is like air dried, so it's pretty kind of like just natural, whatever, but basically like you would roller them up like this, like part off sections, and then you just close the button, and that is so sick. And it's kind of like this like flexible silicone kind of stuff, and I just love that because it's probably not that much more comfortable to sleep in. Like most rollers are, just horrible. Like you just wake up and you just have a million neck kinks, but you look pretty. But these just seem so simple. Like the locking in thing is just like really cool. Because some of them, like I'm like having to pin them in, or there's just like not enough of them. This comes with like a lot. Like I feel like I have very thick hair and very long hair. And online I've seen people do these mostly with short hair, like with bobs. So I'm excited to try these. And it's heatless as well, so it's less damaging. But I'm wondering how they'll work on different hair textures as well, or even on a wig. So I don't know, just like a fun, cool thing that I'm gonna be trying. Some other cool deliveries, I'm just gonna like keep going on the deliveries. I got this like cute pin that came in. Oh, my My pen exploded. Oh, okay. This, and I've made a lot of jewelry before with these like knife pieces. Love it. Speaks volumes. I got these toe separators. I'm like really big on health and like sustainability in terms of like sustaining your health so that you can like live long, be healthy, be beautiful, whatever. I don't always eat cookies for breakfast. But yeah, I got, so these are kind of funny looking. I don't know. I already have like two pairs. This is just like a different model. So basically it goes like, let me do like the hand version. Like it would go like big toe, little toe, last toe, and then your pinky toe just kind of hangs off the end there. I think that's how this goes. But basically these are kind of like, they correct the posture of your toes, and so much of our shoes so many of our shoes, all of our shoes are basically like not designed for like good foot posture or like good posture. They give you like bunions and corns and all of that stuff. And so it's good to like wear these when you're just like at home, like days like this. I will wear them. What else? Okay, so let's see what's on my list. So on my list is like to try on the new clothes that I got. And then I'm going to be recording vocals. So of course I'm like stationed here at my recording station. I have my sewing machine like right over here as well. I have like a couple things I wanted to sew, a couple things that have been brewing, a couple costumes I want to get going. And I know like when I'm like one coffee deep and I have my music on and I've journaled and I'm in a good mood, like I'm just like lightning around here. Like I'm like cutting vocals, I'm like producing, I'm like going over here and like sewing something, I'm like networking and sending emails and like doing all of that. So that's what's on the docket for today. So I will tune in a little bit once I get going. Okay, so one more thing. I just left and put my hair up and came back. And I put my halter top on backwards. This is something I've been wanting to try for a while because I've been seeing it online. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's cute. I think this looks a little weird, this like buckling, like where your cleavage normally would be. This tag too is kind of like weird. I don't know. It's cool though for the trend. Like it saves you from having to like buy another shirt, I guess, if you wanted to like rock this style. I just don't really know about the details of it all. Like, does that look like I'm wearing something just backwards? Does that matter? Probably not. I did my journal. I would like read it all. I don't know, it's not like super personal, but this one is like, I think what I was exploring today was like you learn lessons in life and you learn how to avoid things that have hurt you in the past over time. Sometimes that takes like learning the same lesson like over and over. But I think there's like a risk that we run in like hiding away from the world because of that. Like you want to avoid things that have hurt you in the past by avoiding everything. And I've definitely done that to the point where like you're like, okay, I love being an introvert, but I'm like actively avoiding like everything now instead of just those same pools of people or situations or whatever that like hurt me in the past. And I think it's important that we remind ourselves that that's not the path of growth. Pain will still find you even if you're hiding from the world. And yeah, you just have to keep being brave, and you keep having to put yourself out there. with the knowledge though, and with the experience of the things that have gone wrong in the past. This cookie is so good. Look at these. So yeah, did my journal on that. So what I kind of concluded with is that you have to be brave and continue to put yourself out there, knowing now you're more resilient than ever before. And yeah, and you're not going to fall for the same traps that you fell for before. So I know there's a lot of people that are probably struggling with that, just like me. Like, you start to almost like put up your own cage, or you let others put it up for you or with you, like building a new cage with new limitations and new rules. You're like, oh, I'm never gonna do that again because this happened before. Or your partner or your best friend or your mom or whoever is like, yeah, you're never gonna do that because this is what happened last time, don't do it. But you have to continue to take risks and be bold, be bold, be bold and be brave. Okay, so this is my hair bucket, and I label everything. I feel really bad for whatever's in here though. It's like packed pretty tight. Okay, I have these like cool hair pieces that I made like, I don't know, a month ago or something, and I didn't end up using them. I don't know. I think I have an idea that could work for these. So I might just set these aside. I don't know where I'm setting things aside to either. It's always like explosions over here. Maybe though. So I have some empty bags from the deliveries I got. I might just like use those to help organize. So yeah, I have these two guys. Those can definitely be something cool. It might actually look cool with like an idea that I bookmarked recently. Okay, so this bin is actually pretty organized. A couple things like loose wood comb. This is just like a bunch of accessories, some rats as they call them, a couple tools. But mainly I'm looking for like actual wigs that I can style. This is cool, but it's just kind of like a shake and go. This is a mullet wig I used very recently. I think actually I'm gonna wash her and then see if I can reuse that. So I'm gonna put a wash pile over there on my sofa. And then I always like save these bags and I just reuse them for organizing. That's the only thing with shopping online is like there's so much packaging. This is like a ponytail piece. I don't know if that matches my color now, because for the longest time it didn't. I also feel like I haven't really changed my hair dye, but for some reason my hair color has changed. Actually, this could be really dope. And it's just like a clip-in ponytail, which is like a pretty like fast and dirty way to get a cool look. So I'm gonna put that aside and use that for look ideation. Another wig cap. There's probably like 50 of these in this bucket. I'm gonna just put them in here. I'm gonna keep this guy on my lap. Okay, it's like long, gorgeous moment. I might use this actually. I don't know for what yet, but it's like a pretty decent wig. I could maybe style it in a cool way. but that's definitely a good base. It's also like, it hasn't really been styled before. Okay, we've got some more accessories here. These are hairpins for my styrofoam head. What do you call that? Like the thing you use to make wigs. Like let me just see this stuff. This is dark. This is. I also only do red wigs. I have like some other pieces for like collabs I've done, or sometimes I put stuff on dancers. This is like a very cheap wig. This has been used a lot. There's like glue bits in here. I don't know at this point what I could really use this for. Probably like as filler, or for like a two wig, like a built wig look. So using this as a pony on top of a wig. The color is like very like ginger minge. So I'm not too sure about that for now. Because in my mind that there's like some cuts I want to do. And then some styling. This is like an electric red long moment. I don't think I've actually ever used her. So let's keep her out. Put it to the side because it's fiery and delicious and silky and giving goddess. Okay, my beehive. I was actually dreaming about this for last night. Another little blue spot. Yeah, I don't know, because it's just such a beehive that it's like, it's gotta be that time in that moment. I'm gonna put her aside just for now. I almost feel like I should label these though. Get my labels out. Okay, a couple other things to go through here, but I'm gonna do that off camera because it'll take me a while. I turned the camera like off right at the wrong moment. This is like, it's a gorgeous lace front, and when I put it on, I look like Ginger Rick James, and my partner just like makes fun of me. But it's an unused, unstyled wig, which again, like in this bucket, is kind of hard to come by. So I definitely think that I can do some styling and some work on this one and transform it into like a cool look. Because there's nothing like a virgin wig, right? Bye bye, Rick James. Okay, so I love this cut so much, but the color is so off, and I actually like, I thought that this hadn't been delivered, so I like complained to the company. Oh my god, let's just like pair this with these right now. This is gonna be everything. Yeah, so vlogging, reading a book. So yeah, so I thought I like complained, or I don't know, like it was one of those ones where like eventually it comes like so much later, and like there's no tracking and there's no nothing. I look like a cute little boy. Oh my god, mushroom cut. I literally had this haircut growing up, but when I bought this in Auburn because I buy all my wigs in Auburn, unless like, again, like I said, like it's for a dancer or it's for like a cast member or like another shoot. And honestly, one of the reasons I'm going through my wig bucket was because I wanted to like chop up a wig and make it into like a bowl cut like this. So now I'm like, okay, can I color this red like with some like, I don't know, like spray dye? Maybe I'll take a walk later and see what they have at the pharmacy like to do that, because like this is what I want. Or I'll use this to model the cut I want to do. But again, I don't want to like sacrifice a virgin wig just to do this when I already have this. But yeah, I was very disappointed. I got it from like Light in the Box or something, because they're the only one online who had this like cut already cut. I feel like I could do it like on, I mean, I can't, my frames are getting like kind of in the way here. I feel like I could do it on a virgin wig. I just like, yeah, I don't want to use it. Oh my God, love. Forever. But yeah, anyway, I bought it auburn. It came like brown. Like this is like as brown as it gets, right? So, I'm a redhead. I found another cool hairpiece. I'm about to start doing some music stuff. I'm gonna make some more coffee, or I'm gonna go get one. Might need a little break. I did this before on another vlog, I think. This is just some concealer that I've been using lately as like a like a non-permanent like brow dye to kind of give that like blocked look or that like bleached look without actually bleaching, and it works pretty well. This is like just straight concealer, and then I might like let it kind of soak in there and then like put some hairspray on my finger and like just pat it on. Okay, so I thought I'd just take you guys with me. I'm gonna be trying an ombre lip and an ombre eye that I saw from some tutorials I've been watching. So I'm kind of combining like multiple techniques, and I'm gonna do like one kind of look and then build off of that to like another look I saw. Basically just trying out, see what I like, because I don't have anywhere to go and I rarely have these days where I can just like play around with makeup and try out new stuff. A lot of the time I'm like doing the look on the fly like for the shoot, and then I'm like, oh, it's gotta like be right, like there's so much pressure because I haven't practiced it. So yeah, it's nice to just like play. Okay, so I'm happy that that wasn't on camera because that was just a whole mess. So what I did was I created this like smoky red kind of moment, and actually when I put on the red, it was a lot more bold. Then I put on lashes, so I'm still missing mascara, and I think I'm gonna like go in with that red again and like smoke it out. It's really pretty. It's actually something like similar to what I would like normally do or something I've done before, but I've used today like for the first time black lash adhesive, and I think I'm just gonna stick with clear from now on because like I thought it would be great, especially for like a smoky look or like a black look, because like there's already so much black. But in putting on the eyelash, I got it all over my lid. Like I'm kind of out of practice, which again is like why I'm doing this today, is just to like try stuff out, because I do a lot of days like with just bare face, like no makeup, and some shoots where just like I keep it more simple, or I get a makeup artist, so I'm kind of out of practice. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to clear. Also giving my baby hairs like a moment. This is how much baby hair I actually have to work with, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, so ooh, this was the red that I had on initially, but you can see it's like not really popping anymore, so I'm gonna just go in with like a very little bit of that to kind of cover up also the like the mess I made with the lash glue. Yeah, I'd also probably like go over the black. I don't know if I would do that today because I'm just like practicing stuff, but I would probably like just go over everything again now that the lash is like firmly on. I don't know, I'm thinking too like maybe doing like lash like at some point earlier It's like a very beautiful smoky red moment, which I love. Yeah. I also want to just see what this looks like. I got these in like a 3-pack. These are lip glosses, or well, whatever you want, because honestly I feel like makeup can go on anywhere. I'm just gonna line my lips up really quick and then put this like black on. I just want to see what it looks like. I'm gonna take it right off because I want to try like an ombre lip afterward. It's like a pretty rough line. It always looks like a mustache, even though it's on my mouth. Also, I tend not to like overline. I'll overline a little bit up here, but I saw somewhere like don't overline here or here, like on the sides. So like there, don't overline, because then that's when you look like a clown. Which again, it depends what kind of makeup you're trying to do. Maybe you want to look like a clown. Feeling this like Rapunzel, dark Barbie kind of look. Okay. The lips are chapped. Ooh. I don't hate it, but it's very dry in the middle, so I should have done like a Vaseline or something just to like get like a nicer slip. And I think this is one where you kind of have to like let it dry and layer it. But yeah, it came in like a 3-pack with like a metallic purple, metallic blue, and yeah, this is like kind of a metally metallic black. I am kind of feeling it though. Cute. Let's see what it looks like with mascara. I'm just gonna turn off the camera to do that. Okay, so I've added in mascara. I lined the lower lids. This stuff is cool. I don't know if it's like an all-day thing. I just don't trust myself ever with like a red lip or a black lip for more than, or anything that's like super bold for more than like a few hours. Or for like, I look for a shoot. I do look kind of like scary, like beware. I love it. Okay, last thing I'm gonna try is an ombre lip, and then I'm gonna go get a coffee, and then I'm gonna come back and do some work. Okay, so in the end, that was actually kind of a bitch to get off, and I feel like it's kind of left me with like a 5 o'clock shadow, but that's a good sign if I wanted to like wear it out. Now I'm gonna try an ombre lip. Okay, so I love it. It's a little dark. Need a bit more on this side. I went in with like a stain. So okay, first what I did was like a kohl liner, then a layer of stain, and then I did a layer with the brush of like waterproof eyeliner. And then I did one more layer of this on top. So it's pretty dark because of that like second layer of eyeliner. But I think with the gloss, it'll like shine more and like give it a bit more pop. And I also used these products because I really wanted to like lock it in. So let's see if I just put a little gloss. And like mainly just on the middle there and the top. Yeah, that's really sexy. Love it. Okay, so in total, I only used like 5 brushes today, so these are pretty efficient looks. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use these. And I'm gonna go get a coffee and then I'm gonna come back to the studio. Okay, so this is what I was thinking, like something like this. I'm gonna try these out. One day color. Oh, I wish they had red. Okay, so that was an interesting walk. I ended up getting this. It's really just a root cover. That being said though, like some people have dark roots coming in, right, for a red, so we're gonna try that out. I also feel like I should do it outside because it's aerosol. But I'm gonna try that out on the bob wig. Right now I'm gonna cut some vocals for a song that I've been working on and probably go for another walk. Okay, so I did okay, so let's try this one more time. Okay, so I did those vocals, and I'm gonna go hang out outside because it's really beautiful outside, but I'm gonna be back to work on some music when it's a little later. But yeah, just need to take advantage of the sun. Okay, so I just got back from my walk and I did some chores. Have some alkaline water. I'm gonna get back to doing stuff in the studio and I might try this stuff out too. Okay, so I had to stop because I just realized that some of these are bigger, so they're actually better for these bottom curls. Anyway, it feels like I've done 20. I think I've only done about 10. So some of these I'm feeling like I want to redo now with the larger buttons. So yeah, you can see, which is actually pretty cool. That actually makes this kit like a lot cooler in my eyes, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do my thicker side first and then kind of see what's left. Okay, so I put these all under the hairnet. There's about this many left that I think I could have used. I feel like I did this very rushed. And a lot of them were just kind of like falling out anyway, so I definitely should have done like slimmer chunks, especially for like the smaller ones, but this is just kind of a trial test, and my philosophy with rollers is like it's gonna do something and we're gonna make it work with whatever that is. It doesn't like usually end up as intended or as researched, which doesn't really matter. Like I'll just make something nice from it, even if it's not like exactly what I had planned. So we'll see you in the morning. Okay, good morning. It's Saturday. I slept with these in. One thing I'm gonna say is that I probably should have chosen a wig cap with a looser band or some kind of like semi-tight bonnet because it was very uncomfortable and I think led to me being kind of grumpy. But I'm gonna go ahead and take these rollers out and let's see like what happens. Also, I'm drinking a kombucha detox tea. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's like interesting bubbling happening, but I'm gonna go ahead and take these out and see what it looks like. Okay, I adjusted the camera a little bit so you can see the bottoms. Some of these pieces on this side, I think they were like thicker and they might have been in like one of the smaller pins. They didn't curl so well. Oh, excuse me. But it's kind of like what I expected. I thought it would be kind of like a soft curl, especially on my hair because it's so long. And it is really just like the ends are like here down at most, or even here down. So I'm gonna, I guess, put a bit of hairspray. I don't know. It's fun to try out. Also, they're like compared to foam rollers, I think they're more comfortable to sleep with, and definitely more than like hard rollers. It was just the weight cap that was like encephalitising me. So yeah, I'm just gonna go hit that with the curler. I'm gonna go for morning romp. Okay, so this is what we finished with. It kind of looks the same. It's nice though. Looks done. Okay, so I'm back from my little coffee date. I have Rick James ready to go, or is it like Natasha Lyonne? We don't really know, but I have this one ready to go. But I had an idea also because I reorganized everything yesterday. Stuff started to flow creatively. I think I'm gonna swap this out, or I might even use this in the construction. I might do like a 3-wig hair tower kind of thing and roll with that first. So to do that, I'm gonna use the beehive, which I labeled, and this one, which is not labeled, which is a medieval princess. So that's something that I'm gonna get underway. I'm also gonna be working on this red number, and I'm gonna use that in a shoot in the next couple days. So I'm gonna just do some final touches and some styling, pick out some shoes, and figure out what I'm doing with my hair. I think I actually figured it out though. But right now I'm gonna like kind of meander, do a little bit here, but right now I have an editing session for a music video I'm editing, and I also have vocal comps to go through for the vocals that I recorded last night. At the coffee shop, we met some really beautiful people, and one of them gave us an affirmation, and it just reminded me to journal today. So I'm gonna take a moment before getting into this edit session to journal, and probably will infuse some of the positivity that I got today from our beautiful time there at the cafe. Okay, so I've been editing for like 3 hours, and I started fluffing her out. I'm gonna go run at the track because I need to be outside. And I started doing some alterations on her. Here I am, comping vocals without a stitch of makeup on. Thirsty. So I'm listening back to the stuff I was working on yesterday, and I think part of it is like my equipment has been having some issues, like with the monitoring, with the live monitoring. But I'm just realizing like I always like have these moments, but I'm like just so hard on myself, like, because when I listen back I'm like, damn, like this is actually good, like I can work with this, like more than work with it, like I'm impressed with myself and I'm happy with it. Yesterday though, while I was recording all of these, I was like low-key like in the back of my mind feeling like, oh, this is not it. Anyway, sometimes it's good to just give yourself like a day and then like go back with fresh ears and listen and then be like, yo, I'm pretty good, I don't suck, I'm good, and you're nicer. Sometimes that takes years. Sometimes I look back at like a photo or a project that I did a few years ago and I'm like, you're really cool, good job, baby Tyra. Another thing I wanted to talk about is, because it's like Barbie weekend or whatever, the Barbie movie came out, there's just been like a flurry of like, I just feel like negativity in like every direction. Like everyone has something to say about Barbie. I don't have anything to say. I haven't seen the movie and I just like, it's a movie. Can we all chill? I know that media is important and influences people, but like, just chill. I just wanted to share my story of Barbie. So growing up, I had I think like one or two Barbies at one point, probably from like different birthdays or Christmases, and so I had two Barbies for like the longest time. I had a lot of like art supplies growing up and like bits and bobs. But yeah, I had like two Barbies for the longest time and I would play with them. I would use a hair straightener and like burn their hair. And then at one point, this wasn't for a birthday or like, it was just like a random Tuesday or something. It was either like my babysitter or like a friend of the family gave us a giant bucket of used Barbies, or I don't know, maybe my mom got it off of Kijiji or something, but it was like a straight up like one of those massive Tupperwares like full of Barbies. She probably got it for like, I don't know, $50 or something, but that was like great. And I used to go to bed sometimes with them and I would have to like tuck them all into bed with me and I would have just like this circle of Barbies around my body, because I didn't want anyone to be left out. And if at any point in the night like one of them fell off the bed, like I would have to go down and get them. And I also had like bunk beds. I was on the top bunk and like my little brother had the bottom bunk, so I would like have to like venture down into the cracks and crevices and find the Barbies if they fell. And they all had names and personalities and they were pretty diverse too, like for the time. This is like 20 years ago more, but that's my Barbie story. That's pretty much it. And then like I remember one Christmas, my parents got me like a knockoff Barbie kit. Like it was like some cheap like Chinese Barbie dresses and outfits, and I like remember like knowing that this was not the real legit like Mattel Barbie outfit. Like this was like some cheap crap, and I just like remember being so disappointed. I probably got a bunch of other lovely presents that year. Hashtag spoiled. But anyway, those are my Barbie memories. Yeah, then in college, I watched a lot of Barbie Life in the Dream House, and I was like, oh damn, like Barbie has so many degrees, and like she's really cool, and like whatever. But in Barbie Life in the Dream House, like there's a bunch of other characters, and they're not all named Barbie. They all have different names. And Ken is kind of a simp. Like I've always known Ken to be kind of a simp, so I hear people like complaining about how Ken is like not very masculine, and I'm like, he's always kind of been like that from what I remember. Ken's just like Barbie's boyfriend. So yeah, story time, Barbie edition. Other than that, I never like put myself onto Barbies. I guess I was doing that. I don't really remember like the circumstances of the games I would play or like the scenarios acted out. I just remember really caring for them, like how I would tuck them all in. But I had other like stuffies too, and like whatever. I loved like styling them though. Yeah, I think that's huge. Like a lot of like queer kids or like girls or stylists or like creative people, like that's where you like practice kind of and you like play. Yeah. Okay, so on this red thing, I took out the seams and hemmed up some parts that I'm altering. I have this leftover fabric which I'm going to be using to make a headpiece. And it's a little bit, or no, it's almost midnight. I think I'm going to call it a day. I have a bunch of errands tomorrow. And I finished comping my vocals. Picking up drapes. Okay, I'm super sweaty. I just got back from doing errands and I got this carpet and drape set and I cleaned them, and now I'm just cleaning the rest of the apartment, but this is going to be like a set for a future shoot. So yeah, it'll be fun. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day working on my wig and some songs that I'm working on as well. I wonder if people on Facebook Marketplace know how much they support my goals and my dreams. Anyway, peace out.